Well, hello, it's coffee time, folks, and it's cook time, ain't it, Mama?
Oh, yeah, getting ready to cook.
And I tell you what, this coffee is so hot, I'm going to burn my tongue because it just came off the boiling pot on the
All the
stove.
steams are rolling out of it.
I don't mind burning my tongue just a tinge for coffee.
You've done burned it once this morning.
That was this morning's coffee. That was early. This is the second pot. It's good times. Mama's got me doing chores down here on the chore board. Now this is a sweet potato, and I just peeled it. I don't let Mama do sweet potatoes much. Not because they're not healthy, but because they're hard to cut. I cut them for her. I said, give me that potato. They're hard.
Yes, they're hard.
I mean, they're not just hard to do. They're hard. So you need to boil them. And you'll see as I'm cutting this, it's got a little bit of the, they're a little bit iffy.
They're a hard potato.
They're a hard potato. They're not like an Irish potato or a red potato or a golden potato. They are their own little thing. It's a harder root, I guess. Mm-hmm. I'm afraid she'll slip and cut. And if somebody's going to get cut, I'd rather be me as Mama because she's got work to do and I can't have her down.
I'm going to go get my other potatoes.
Mama, we having potatoes and potatoes?
I reckon.
What are we having today, Mama?
I've got some ham.
Let me turn you up here.
Oh, we got some ham in the oven, and I'm going to fix these sweet potatoes and mash some potatoes.
Potatoes, and potatoes.
But I love sweet potatoes with ham, and I also love my mashed potatoes with ham.
Exactly.
I'm a potato eater.
Mama, if you got anything to make pineapple casserole with?
Pineapple casserole. Why, I guess we can look and see. I'm pretty sure.
I love pineapple casserole with ham.
Well, we'll fix one. Well, you can fix one while I do the other stuff.
And I love... now, this sweet potatoes is not going to be just cooked sweet potatoes. This is going to be a casserole.
No, I'm just going to put butter and sugar and maybe put marshmallows on top the whole way.
That's what they call a casserole. Okay, Mama, we'll just have sweet potatoes non-casserole.
You're just plain old mean to me.
And maybe a little bit of pineapple casserole if we got all the stuff.
Well,
because really, I just now mentioned that because I just now thought of it. I thought, I love pineapple casserole with ham. And what else, Mama?
I guess we got to have something green. Maybe some green beans or something.
Or there could be some broccoli.
Well, yeah, we've got broccoli, I guess. Well, I'm going to go get my...
You can see there's a lot of preparation and thought goes into these meals. And this is just the way we live.
We could have had some pineapple stuff already started if I'd have known.
Mom said I could have done it if you had told me. I didn't, I don't know what I don't know till I don't know it, and I need to do something about it.
You was working on Sunday school this
I was in Sunday school this morning when Mama started this meal. I wasn't in the development and planning stages of this meal.
It makes it hard.
I just come home and got my duties. And I said, what are we doing, Mama? She said, I need you to peel them sweet potatoes and get them put in a bowl. I'm going to fix this up some with some brown sugar and butter. Then she said marshmallows, so I knew that was a casserole.
Well, casserole, I think more of it on the nuts and all that on it.
Why, Mama, it's good. It doesn't matter how you do it. So there is a whole big kettle of wonderful, I'll show you, can you see? Whole big kilo of wonderful sweet potatoes. And those will cook up. Now, if you're going to, you can boil your sweet potatoes whole, and that helps get that skin off from a little better if you don't want to fool with slicing them and doing all that. Or you can cut them up before you peel them. But they are harder to deal with, but they're good. So it looks like we're going to have ham and sweet potato casserole, don't tell her, and maybe some pineapple casserole if we got the stuff for it, and mashed potatoes and some kind of bread and something green, she said. So we will keep you updated as this meal develops, as developments come in.
Okay, here's the pineapple casserole.
Well, we got the recipe. I know the recipe, Mama.
You do.
Yeah, and I don't go with the recipe, of course, but I'm going to read y'all the real recipe. And look at this recipe.
It's a
This recipe is one of them genuine, real
It don't. It's taped. You won't get it.
Real recipes. Let me just bring you to it then. If you can't take the recipe to the people, take the people to the recipe. There it is. You can take a screenshot of that. But look at all the little dips and dabs and
Mess up some of it.
if you're going through somebody's cookbook and you wonder, I wonder if that's a good recipe. You find a recipe where it's worn or the pages is worn or dirty. That's going to be the recipe you want to fix. So it's pineapple casserole. It's 2 cans of pineapple tidbits, drained. 1 cup of sugar mixed with 5 tablespoons of flour, and that is plain flour. 1.5 cups of sharp cheddar cheese, 1 roll of Ritz crackers crushed, 1 stick of butter melted. You layer the ingredients as listed above, bake for 30 minutes at 350 in a 7.5 by 11 casserole dish, and then you add the crackers on the top that you crushed. And I don't do none of that. Well, I do some of that. But I use crushed pineapples, and I do not drain them. I want that juice. And they will thicken. I put a cup of sugar, and I put 5 tablespoons of flour, just like it says there. And that will thicken. And then I do put the sharp cheddar cheese on at the last and add the crackers, and I put a stick of melted butter, but I put the crackers in the melted butter and I roll them around and then put them on top.
We're just going to fix 1 can of crushed pineapples.
Well, sure, Mama, whatever you want to do.
No, we don't need 2 cans, do we?
No, Lord, no. Let's just eat a little dab. So that is what we're doing today for lunch, is ham. And the ham's in the oven. It's just one of those pre-cooked hams, bone in. It's got a bone in it. So I'll show you all that in a minute, and we'll show you some pineapple casserole, and we'll show you. And pineapple casserole is so easy. Something's ready. Pineapple casserole is so easy to put together, and your family will love it. We love it, and it's almost a dessert. You can leave some of the sugar out if you want, but it's a wonderful, wonderful little dish. We've made it before on here, I'm sure, but we're going to make it again. And we'll find us something green, probably some broccoli. Y'all stick around. Okay. My coffee is cooled enough to drink. It's good. I love the coffee. Okay, folks, let me tilt you down so you can see what's going on. This is in our cookbook, our church cookbook. If you haven't seen our church cookbook, since we haven't been cooking as much, we've not been cooking as much out of the cookbook. So, but it's not going to cool down, but it's August, so it's time to start thinking about cooking. Here is pineapple casserole on page 18. It says Janice and Tootsie, so that's Mama. Mama's Tootsie, in case you didn't know. Pineapple casserole, 1 can of crushed pineapple, 20 ounces, 1/2 cup of sugar, 3 tablespoons of flour, 1 cup cheddar cheese shredded, 1/2 cup of butter melted, and then your Ritz crackers crushed when it says 1/2 cup. So this is sort of a modified version of my original version that I showed you. The one I read a while ago was for a 9-13. This one here is for a smaller dish. It just says put in dish. So if you have one of our church cookbooks, this is on page 18. Okay, the church cookbooks are available. What we do is we order a bulk amount, and then when we sell down on those, about half, we order another. So as long as y'all want to order them, we have them, and we just keep getting reprints. They're $17. You can send it to our address, and I'll post that above the video or in the first comments of the video. And you can order these. It's just a check or money order. We don't have PayPal or any of the fancier things. We just do plain old checks or money orders. Sorry, but that's what we're doing right now. The church hasn't set up anything else. And I know people tell me it's simple. We should do. We just haven't because they can be hacked and all that. We're just a small country church, so we really haven't done those. But anyhow, this is the church cookbook. It is Recipes and Remembrances, Oswego Missionary Baptist Church, and it's just loaded with recipes. I don't know exactly how many recipes. I did know a number a long time ago. But there is let's see here. There is 52 pages of recipes, and there's several on. Well, some of those pages may have something else, I don't know, but you can tell it's just stocked full of recipes. And each recipe section has a header page, which explains what that section is about. Like here is desserts, and then you go on the back of that, and there is all kinds of little helpful hints about desserts, and each section has that. And then in the back there is all kinds of measurements, pantry basics. It says here is vegetables and fruits, and the looks like some calories, some times to cook, and here's how to fold a napkin, and here is 2 pages of napkin folding, microwave hints, food quantities, cooking terms, in case you don't know what the terms are that people use. And here is equivalency charts. It's just stock full of information. It's a slick front, so it sheds. It's more stain resistant. I'm sure you can stain it, but it's stain resistant. This is one Mama uses. So that's it. So this is on page 18. And it is called pineapple casserole. And the recipe I read you was for a larger dish. This is a smaller dish, and this has been washed, and probably twice because Mama's washed it. I'm just going to open these pineapples up here, and we are going to show you just how quick and simple and easy this is. And you can put this together for your family in just moments, because it's easy. As you can tell, we hadn't even planned on cooking it today. Or Mama hadn't. Mama said, if you want to fix it, we will. And she just got this can out. If you keep pineapples in your pantry as a staple like we do, because pineapples is a good little snack, like with just cottage cheese. Now the recipe calls for drained. This one may not even call for drained, but my original recipe did call for drained. I ain't draining it. So that's the whole can of crushed pineapples in there. That's Maggie. I thought it was Thunder, then I thought it smelled at the door, but it's Maggie. And I'm just going to get this in here. This is 4 tablespoons of plain flour. Just going to dump that in there. This is 1/2 cup of sugar. We are reducing our sugar intake just a little bit. So 1/2 cup of sugar, 4 tablespoons of flour, 1 can of crushed pineapples, liquid and all, and I'm going to stir that together. And that's it. That's all. Not hard, no complication, no rare ingredients, just simple, easy cooking. And this is wonderful. Mama, we usually eat this with ham. That's the reason I thought of it.
Yeah.
Ham, and it's good for a dessert.
I love it. Just eat it after dinner's over with, and you want something to snack on. It's good just to have. But it could be used anywhere. You could use pineapple. That extra little tasty treat you could put with any kind of meat, really. It would be good with chopped beef steak, I think. Or if you're eating ribeyes, especially if you're doing Hawaiian ribeyes with pineapple on them, this would be an extra little. And that's it, folks. That is simple. That's a 20-ounce can of crushed pineapples, juice and all, 4 tablespoons of plain flour, and 1/2 cup of sugar in this recipe. And that's it. What I'm going to do next is a couple tubes of these crackers here. Mama buys these because they stay fresh, she says. So I thought I had Townhouse, but
we're going to crush these up.
Them all down.
And I'll crush up a couple of these. And I'm going to melt a 1/2 stick of butter. And that's fine. Mama said that she put a whole stick. We'll take half of it out and put new butter. Fine. And Mama's thinking the other recipe. The other recipe does call for a whole stick and a whole tube. So I'm going to do a couple of these, and then I will put these in that butter, and I'm going to roll them around. Now, the real recipe says put these on top after they bake, and then drizzle a stick of butter over top of it.
but I don't like doing it that way. And I like to put it in there and get all the butter introduced with all the crackers. And then I like to let it set for a few minutes while this is baking. So we're going to slide this in the Easy Bake on 350 for about 20 minutes, or until it'll start to bubble, and you'll see.
We'll probably put it in the big oven.
Oh, you're going to, oh, we are using the big oven today because there's a ham in there. And then I'm going to add this little bit of cheddar cheese, and yeah, this is just a bag. I do every once in a while grate cheddar cheese, but most of the time I just use the bag because it's simpler. And yeah, it has been rolled around in some potato starch to keep it from sticking together. And it don't melt as good because of that sometimes. But I find it melts fine, and it does all right. So that is the recipe. So when Mama brings over, when she gets this melted, I'm going to put these in there, and I'm going to roll them around, and then we'll be ready to, it'll be out of the oven, it'll be ready to eat. Quick and simple, easy. That's what we like. And here's the butter, and here is the crackers. And the reason I do this is because when you drizzle it, I'm just not that steady of a hand. I'll get a little bit too much here, a little bit less there, and I'll have some dry crackers, and I'll have some wet crackers. And I just can't do it that well. This way, I put them all in there at one time, and that way they absorb that butter evenly. And then when you put them on top, every cracker has butter. We're all one big happy family that way. And that just keeps it even, consistent, and keeps every little piece of cracker gets a little bit of butter. And it's more even that way. And when you let it sit there a minute, they kind of absorb it. And you see there? Every cracker got a little butter. It's all moist, you can tell. And then we're going to put it back in the oven and let it finish up. So give us about 25 minutes to get that pineapple bubbling and good. Okay. I told Mama, I said, when you get ready to fix some sweet potatoes, let me know, and I'll turn the camera on, and you can show them. She's done dead.
Sorry about that.
She ain't fooling with us today is what it is. All right, Mama, since you already done deal, what did you done do?
I put like about not hardly half a cup of sugar and about a fourth a cup of brown sugar and a half a stick of butter, not that much, and my sweet potatoes. And you can see I've got them all cooked down.
So you put a half a cup of granulated white sugar, you put a half a cup of brown sugar, and then you put a half a stick of butter.
Fourth a cup of brown sugar, and not hardly a half a cup of white sugar. What'd you say? Granulated sugar. I can't get the sugar.
Okay. Start all over. Take two. You put almost. Can you not be more specific?
Well, like a third a cup of sugar.
Oh, okay. A third of a cup of granulated white sugar. And a fourth of a cup of brown sugar?
Mm-hmm.
A fourth of a cup of brown sugar. And half a stick of butter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In those, we just had 2 big sweet potatoes. So that's what she put in there. And she's put in this little casserole dish. And then she's going to cover it with marshmallows. These are just little miniature marshmallows.
And they kind of got squished in the pantry somewhere.
These squished marshmallows. Now, you don't feel obligated to use squished marshmallows. If you want to use non-squished marshmallows,
they'll taste the same.
You go ahead and use non-squished marshmallows.
Now, they'll taste the same.
I'll be the judge of that. I say these taste okay.
Well, sure. Well, they ain't squished. They just in that bag squished around.
So you just want to cover the whole top with these little miniature marshmallows. But if you want to, it'd be pretty just to put regular sized marshmallows and just ring them around there like biscuits. And put one in the center. It'd be awful pretty, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And that's what I'm going to do.
And now, here comes the important part. If you have a blowtorch, which we don't, you can torch these and brown them a little bit and have a little bit more control. But if you don't, you put them in your oven on broil and you watch them. You don't leave them.
because they will brown and then get black and then smell, and it's just sugar. So marshmallows are just sugar. So you don't want to leave them. And that's all you do right there, folks. So we're going to broil these up. And
I'm going to give you this
put this on this, and I'll take it over here.
casserole pineapple thing.
Well, bless you, Mama.
You're welcome. You probably need them pot holders.
Nah, I'm good. I'm
Because
tough.
those will get warm.
So now this is the 1 can, 20-ounce can of crushed pineapples, juice and all, 4 tablespoons of flour, and 1 half cup of white granulated sugar. And that's all this is. And this is pineapple casserole, in case you missed the first of it. And this is 2 of those small tubes, which is about almost a whole tube of Ritz crackers, and a half a stick of butter. And I'm just dumping it right on top here. It's been set in probably, well, the 25 minutes it took to cook this on 350 in the regular oven. It depends on your oven, of course. And you just put these on top. You want to scatter them out, get a good even layer all over, just like this. Now, if you don't put these in your butter, here's where you would drizzle your half stick of butter over top of them. But by doing them the way I do them, every little piece has got butter on it. And that's all you do, folks, right there. Then, if you want to, you get you a fresh block of cheddar cheese and you shred it right over top of this. And it tells you a half a cup or this amount. I use whatever it takes to cover the top of whatever dish I'm using. But you can measure it out if you like. I actually think it's going to take all this one, so I'm just going to put it all on there. This wasn't a whole bag, by the way. This is a 12-ounce bag, and this was about a third is all that was left in it. So that's all you do. And that cheddar cheese, even this shredded out of the bag, will melt right away. See, it's already melting where it touched the side of that dish. And that's all you have to do, folks, is for pineapple casserole. So this recipe, now the one I read you at the beginning of the video, is for a bigger container, a 9x13 or whatever size you happen to have. This is an 8x8, and it's a 1 can of crushed pineapples, juice and all, 4 tablespoons of plain flour, plain white lily, and 4 tablespoons of plain white lily flour, and a half a cup of sugar, half a cup of granulated sugar, and you mix that in there, and then a whole tube, or these small tubes, I don't know what they're equivalent to, but here's the size they are. You can be the judge of that. I'll tell you what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. 24 crackers is what I used today. So on this small one, and half a stick of butter, and that's simple, and it's delicious. And for a casserole, you won't beat it. Look at that. I'm gonna take this over here, put it back in the oven, let that cheese get bubbling and brown, and it'll be so good. Well, it's all done, and we're ready to eat. Mama, you did a good job. Look at this. Here is everything except for the sweet potato casserole, and here is what it looks like. See, when you brown those marshmallows just right. There's
Maybe a little too brown.
No, I like them that way. There's the pineapple casserole, some Sister Schubert rolls, some peanut butter green beans, ham, mashed potatoes. Mama, you want some sweet potato casserole?
Yeah, I sure do.
Well, I think I can reach it from here.
Well, you're doing good then.
Get down there to the goodie, and here you go.
Well, thank you, sir.
Well, you're welcome.
That's good.
That marshmallow just adds that little sweet crunch to the top.
And I love that part.
We love that part. It's one of our favorite parts, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's bless our food, Mama, and we'll be ready to eat. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful meal. We thank you for these precious hands that prepared it, dear Lord, and we just pray for the nourishment of our body with it, dear Lord, and just be with us and watch over us. Be with all the prayer requests that have been turned in, dear Lord, and just pray that each and every one be answered in your mercy and your grace. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Hey, Mama.
Oh, no.
Well, Mama, it's been a while. That's a little bit of pineapple casserole I drug across that ham.
Oh, it'd be good.
Hey, Mama, guess what?
Guess what? What?
I have a joke.
What would it be?
What is harder to catch the faster you run?
The harder you catch, the faster you run.
What is harder to catch the faster you run?
My breath.
She got it!
Oh no! I never did. I wasn't saying that for the answer. That's what.
Oh, well, then she didn't get it.
Yeah, I did. I did. Faster
All
I
right, Mama,
run.
is it the answer or not?
Yeah. Since it's right, yeah.
Your breath is harder to catch the faster you run. That's a good joke.
Mine was that. Well, if I was running, I wouldn't have no breath.
Oh, Mama, that's a funny one. All right, folks, we're going to have our Sunday lunch here. Ham, pineapple casserole. And here you can see that pineapple casserole. It's hot still, or I'd pick it up. But that is with the cheddar cheese and the crackers on top of the pineapple. Mama, we didn't do a taste before we leave, so go ahead and give it a taste. I know you're wanting to get started.
Oh, yeah. When it's ready, I'm ready to eat. It's hot.
Mmm. It's delicious as always. We love pineapple casserole.
Oh, yeah.
The sweet potato casserole, let me give it a try.
That sweet potato burn your tongue.
Perfection. It's not that hot right there on the edge.
Oh.
Very good. Ham. This was just a ham on the bone. Very tender, very tasty. And all Mama does to it is put it in the oven. This morning, it was already pre-cooked. She put water, and that's it. And wrapped it in aluminum foil good and tight. It's tender.
Oh, boy. I'm ready to eat some ham.
And, of course, you all know cream mashed potatoes. A little bit of evaporated milk, butter, salt, and pepper. Folks, we're going to go, and you all have a great day. Make you some memories and find you something good to eat. Spend some time with your family. That's what's going to matter always. Is just spending time with those family. And enjoying your day. Enjoy your life. Live, laugh, and love. Mama?
Life a lot, because that's medicine for the soul. It's good for you.
You got anything else, Mama?
No. Just have a wonderful day. I would like to thank everybody for all my birthday cards and all my birthday wishes. I got more in this 1 year than I did in all the other 72 years I was here. So you don't know what that meant for me. I really appreciate every one of them.
And Mama truly does. She reads every card. She reads everything. We've got some cards and some stuff to show y'all, and we'll get that out one day and do that and show everybody.
And this necklace, I can't think now who sent it, but it was so precious that I wore it to church today. And got
it's a little cross with flowers on it, isn't it?
Yeah, like Prosper. It's just meant
Very
the world.
pretty.
All this stuff does. All
Very
the
much.
gifts and stuff.
So thank y'all, and y'all have a great day.
Yes.
Say goodbye, Mama.
Goodbye, Mama, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.